Off the Cuff is supported by Patreon. Join today and become an honorary producer and get in-show credit on every episode. Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Off the Cuff Healthy Cooking with Craig Mitchell. And today's show, I'm thinking out of the box, and that means out of the kitchen. Well, okay, that means it would be a rectangle, but I digress. Today, I'm thinking about pub food. We all know pub food. It's all basically just comfort food that we can have as an appetizer or a snack. Yum, yum. So I got to thinking about 25 years ago when I did plays in Long Island. After the shows, the whole cast would go to a pub or a bigger pub, like TGI Fridays, and we would sit down at a table and we would just gorge ourselves on appetizers. It was all delicious comfort food. High fat, high calorie, high carb goodness. Oh, I absolutely loved it. Then about 2 weeks ago, I was watching an episode of Beat Bobby Flay, and one of the chefs challenged Bobby with a Scotch egg. I mean, hey, that's quintessential bar food. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, I can make that low carb. I can, I will, and I'm going to today, yeah. Now to go with it, I had to look back into my history. About 5 or 6 years ago, I made avocado fries. Yeah, now I don't think they're officially bar food or pub food, but they could be. They taste like steak fries. They're absolutely delicious. So today on the show, I'm making low-carb Scotch eggs and low-carb avocado fries. It's going to be delicious. And now for the part of the show that's out of the box, I decided to go to a local pub and interview them about their pub food. Yeah, and you know what? It went pretty well. Watch. So here we are at the Kilted Piper Pub, where we're going to talk about pub food. And this is the owner of the Kilted Piper Pub, Angus McKenzie. Angus, thanks so much for having us today.
Oh, it's a pleasure, it's a pleasure.
So how long has the Kilted Piper been here?
47 years.
Whoa, and this is an authentic Scottish pub.
It's a little slice of Scotland right here in the States.
Well, you see, I'm doing pub food today on my show, and I thought, hey, let's go to the source.
Oh, aye, and we do very traditional pub fare here.
Great, so what would we expect to have on your menu?
Oh, all the favourites and standards. Haggis with neeps and tatties, Cullen skink, Scotch pies and stovies.
Are you speaking English?
Oh, aye, of course.
Oh, thank goodness, I thought I was having an episode.
Where was I? Oh, stovies, bangers and mash, fish and chips, and a wide assortment of Scottish ales.
Okay, I understood a lot of that. That's good. But aren't you missing something?
Oh, good looking out, lad. We're open from 6 to 2, 7 days a week.
No, wait.
Wait, what? That's our hours.
No, yeah, but aren't you missing something off your menu?
Oh, no, that's the hell lot.
Oh, I know. It's probably seasonal.
What's that?
Oh, the Scotch egg.
The what now?
The Scotch egg. I'm making a low-carb Scotch egg on my show today, and I thought I'd come here to see yours.
You came here for Scotch egg?
Yeah.
Is this a wind-up?
Huh?
Are you pulling my leg?
No, why?
This is a Scottish pub.
Right.
Right. We didn't serve a Scotch egg.
Why not?
Because the Scotch egg is British. We're Scottish.
But it's a Scotch egg.
Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay. They call it Scotch tape, but we didn't invent it.
No.
And you don't want me coming over to your flat to Scotch guard your sofa. Not Scotch either.
It's too late for that.
In Christmas, did you have your Christmas tree as a Scotch pine? That's not Scottish either.
Actually, it was artificial.
And I bet you fertilise your lawn with Scots. Oh, wait. They use a Scotsman for their spokesman. What's the line?
Feed it! Feed it!
For further stereotyping, any of you lads in here got bagpipes?
No!
Nah, I didn't think so. Oh, I know. You think I would make the perfect chief engineer of the Starship Enterprise.
All right, now.
Captain, I'm giving you all she got. We need more power. More power.
All right. I didn't do my due diligence. I hadn't done food facts yet. So I assumed.
And you know what happens when you assume?
Yes, I make an ass out of you and me.
No, just you. Just remember, the Scots people, they're proud of their heritage. They're proud of their traditions. They invented golf and a hell lot of other good things, but they didn't do the Scotch egg. Now, is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, I apologize. Yeah, there is one thing.
Okay, on.
What's Cullen skink?
Oh, it's delicious. It sticks to your ribs. It's a cream haddock soup with onions and potatoes. Do you want some?
Cullen skink. It sounds like somebody I dated once.
Oh no, you're thinking of a sullen skank.
Ah, you know them too.
Aye. So, listen, dinner fash, son. Everything's fine. Just have a great day and lay off the stereotyping a bit, eh?
Okay. Thanks, Angus.
Have a good day, lad.
Enterprise here.
One to beam up. And here are the ingredients.
Okay, here come the ingredients. First up, the ingredients for the Scotch eggs. 3 large eggs, hard-boiled and cooled. 1 pound of breakfast sausage. 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And 1 cup of pork panko. Now for the mustard dipping sauce, 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. 3 tablespoons of mustard, you can use yellow or brown. 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, 1/2 teaspoon of dill, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now for the avocado fries. 1 large ripe avocado, 1 egg, 1 cup of protein powder, 1 teaspoon of water, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 cup of pork panko. Okay. For Scotch eggs, we're going to start with the eggs. Now, as I'm filming this, egg prices are extremely high. This is a carton of 18. This cost me $13. Yeah, so you know I'm going to be careful. There goes my rent for the month. Okay, first we boil our eggs. Here's our 4 eggs. Now, figure this out. This is $2.86 worth of eggs. I did the math. You can check it. Put them gently in the water. Gently, so they could crack very easily if you don't put it gently. There you go. Okay, so now we let them boil for 4.5 minutes. And after that, you take it off the heat and you leave it in the hot water for 20. And supposedly the eggs come out perfect. Well, we're gonna see. Okay, so the eggs are done. 4.5 minutes boiled, 20 minutes in the water. They said it's going to be a lot easier to peel. I got this off the internet, so it's got to be right? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's peeling. Look at that. Ha! The internet got it right. Look at that. It's a perfectly peeled egg. Awesome. Okay, so making the pork panko is really easy. You just get out your handy dandy food processor and fill it, overfill it. Crunch this down, it doesn't matter if you crunch them. Lock it in and go. Okay, that took about a minute. And there you go. There's your pork panko. Okay, let's make our mustard sauce. This is going to be super easy. I'm kind of short on bowls, so I have the teaspoon of lemon juice in here. So let's do it in this bowl because it's the biggest. In goes your mayo. Next goes your mustard. I'm using Dijon because it's fancy. And we have our dill and our black pepper. Okay, and now we're just going to mix it all together to make our dipping sauce for our egg. Look at that. Okay, our mustard sauce is done. Now we're going to get our hands dirty as we make up the meat mixture. First, we're going to put in the onion powder. It might be easier to do it this way, yeah. I'm just going to use my hands. I'll wash them later. They're clean. It's all right. And then here is the grated Parmesan. Oh yeah, that's a lot. That's going to go in there nice. And we're just going to mix this thoroughly. All right, mix it up. Make sure the Parmesan, the onion powder, everything gets into the meat real nice. Okay, put down some parchment paper here, just so it's easy to do this. Put down your meat. All right, and we're going to flatten this out. Until we take our egg and we're gonna roll it in the sausage. Okay, you gotta be careful not to squish the egg too. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we are. There's one. I gotta tell you, this is the process that had me worried the most. I didn't know if I was going to break the egg. I didn't know if I was going to get it right. But so far, so good. After doing this show for 7 years, like nobody told me to use parchment paper, but I figured I should. All right, here we go. The final egg. And just mold it. It's like it's, you know, this is my my method. It could be absolutely wrong, but it's like making a snowball. And there are the 3 eggs I promised. I have a little left over, like that. I'll put that on the side. All right, now we get to bread these bad boys. Simply put, we take one of our eggs and we roll it in the egg wash. That's all we do, roll it in, let it drip, and into the panko. It's really that easy. Okay, and there's one. Not hard at all. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about saving this for the avocado fries, but I really shouldn't because it's sausage. All right, let's put this in here. Very easy. It sticks very well. Looks just like panko. Okay, back into the panko. Our Scotch eggs are ready for the air fryer. Into the air fryer now. 400 degrees. And we're going to do it for a total of 14 minutes. But we're going to do 7 minutes and turn. Okay. We'll see you in 7 minutes. I'll see if you can see him. See him? Whew. Oh, yeah. I have a terrible sense of smell, but I smell him. It smells great. All right, now 7 more minutes. And we'll have Scotch eggs. I love doing this show. Done, let's see. Oh my goodness. That looks really, really good. Baby! Well, the Scotch eggs are done. Now we're gonna do the avocado fries. But first, it's food facts. Well, as we found out earlier, embarrassingly so, Scotch eggs did not originate in Scotland. Yeah, experts believe they originated in England, and that might have been with or without the influences of outside sources. They did eventually get to Scotland, but they're not a product of Scotland. Now, when it comes to the actual origin of Scotch eggs, well, There's many different possible origins under debate. I mean, what else is new? This is food facts, right? But no problem. Let's look at the origins. First off, according to the Oxford Food Companion, the first mention of a Scotch egg came in 1809 in Maria Rundell's A New System for Domestic Cookery. Yeah, albeit without its bread coating. That didn't come until 1861. Meanwhile, food historian Annette Hope raised the idea that Scotch eggs were actually derivative of the Indian dish koftas, specifically Nargisi koftas, and that means Narcissus meatballs. Basically just a hard-boiled egg wrapped in spiced meat and deep fried. Additionally, there are very similar dishes in Algerian cuisine, and those dishes may have traveled from North Africa to France to England. According to the Culinary Delights of Yorkshire, they were invented in Whitby, Yorkshire in the 19th century. Now, they were originally wrapped in a fish paste instead of sausage, and they were named after William J. Scott and Sons. That's the eatery that invented them. But the most widely believed theory is that the English store Fortnum and Mason actually invented the Scotch egg. It was in 1738, and it was invented to be a portable meal for travelers. Originally, a Scotch egg was made from a pullet's egg, so it was smaller. A pullet is a hen that's less than 1 year old. Now, I'm not being condescending telling you that. I didn't know that fact until I did this research. Really. The more you know. Also, originally, they were called scotched eggs because anchovies were added to the meat to add flavor and also to cut through the fattiness. Personally, I really am not a fan of anchovies. I cannot like a fish that's hairier than Ed Asner. It's also been suggested that at one point they were called scorch eggs because they used to cook them over an open flame, even though most recipes suggest deep frying in lard or oil. Yes, I know there's a picture of Larry Storch here, from F Troop, but I'm going to keep on going. Also, scorch could mean that it was dipped in lime powder after it was done as an act of preservation. Right, Larry? During and after World War II, Scotch eggs suffered due to lack of ingredients due to rationing. Then in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, the influx of processed meats made them quicker, but not higher in quality. Truth is, Scotch eggs can still thrive if you use quality ingredients. Scotch eggs can be served cold or warm. When they're cold, they have a nice, hard, solid yolk. When warm, the yolk is soft, warm, and runny. For the longest time, Scotch eggs were considered an appetizer or a snack. Then in 2020, British ministers actually voted that it was more substantial, which changed the laws as to when and where it could be served during the pandemic era. That raised demand and the cost, and Scotch eggs actually rose back into popularity like they were in the past. And now some facts on pubs. Pubs and pub food actually date all the way back to Roman times. Roman taverns actually offered food, wine, tailoring, barbering, moneylending, and even hostel rooms. Later, the Saxons had ale houses. The woman of the house commonly brewed ale and actually even made simple food to serve. The Beer House Act of 1830 liberalized the production and brewing of beer. It was also the start of the pub grub trend. No one knows for sure when Scotch eggs started being served in English pubs. However, they do know that they were served cold and, well, soon after, other foods became available. In the 19th century, potatoes became available in pubs. Then in 1950, the Brits would serve pie in a pint, and the pie was shepherd's pie. In 1960, the ploughman's lunch became popular, also chicken in a basket. In 1970, family chain pubs that serve food became popular. As a matter of fact, TGI Fridays is actually based on serving pub food. They actually got their start in England, and later they went across the ocean to the United States. Scotch eggs are now a classic pub grub you would find in most British pubs. Also, you would find fish and chips, bangers and mash, the ploughman's lunch, and Sunday roast. And now, in more modern times, you would find chips, burgers, lasagna, and even chili. And now it's time for Scotch egg trivia. May 24th is Scotch Egg Day in Britain. Well, not officially, but if you love Scotch eggs and you live in Britain, this is the day you celebrate. The late Queen Elizabeth had a favorite Scotch egg recipe she would serve at her garden parties. They were the same basic recipe, only she added curry paste, coriander, and sweet chili sauce. A variation is a Manchester egg. That's a pickled egg wrapped in pork meat and Lancashire pudding. Lancashire pudding? Yeah, that's blood sausage. Every year, Young's Pub in Mayfair, London has a Scotch egg cooking competition. Chefs from pubs, saloons, and fine dining show up and join the competition with recipes ranging from classical to experimental. And finally, the world's largest Scotch egg was created in 2022. It weighed 18 pounds and 6 ounces, and they made it using an ostrich egg. And that's Food Facts. All right, now let's make these avocado fries. First, we're going to peel the avocado. Let's see if I can do this right. I haven't done this in a while. But if I do it right, when I twist like that, it comes out. Now we get the pit. And there's the pit. Alrighty, now, as far as the avocados go, you want them mostly ripe. If they're too hard, it's not going to work. If it's too soft, not going to work. So you got to really time your avocados right for this. All right, and turn it over like that. Then you just take your knife, and if you want to know how thick, do it as thick you would, say, I don't know, well, I compared it before to a steak fry. So these are all cut. Now here's what we do. Into the protein powder, into the egg, into the panko, onto the dish. That's it. It's really easy. Into the protein powder, coat it nice with that. Into the egg, the expensive egg, let it drip off, and into the panko. And it sticks wonderfully, and it looks wonderful. Yeah, the protein powder is basically in substitution for the flour. I suppose you could use almond flour if you want. I wanted to go with something more neutral, and so I did. And like I said, it's unflavored. That might be the last one because the panko is getting all... It's more panko is on my fingers than it's on the fries. No problem. Okay. Here are our avocado fries. Here are my avocado fingers. Now we're going to put these in the air fryer, and then we're going to have pub food. This is going to go in at 400 degrees, but for 4 minutes. Then we're going to turn them, and then 3 minutes more. Oh yeah. Here we go. 4 minutes. See you in 4, and we'll flip them. Okay, they're flipped. Now for 3 more minutes. Okay. Oh, the avocado fries are done. Let's get our pub grub on. Okay, who's ready for a pub crawl? I am. Boy, this show was really a lot of fun. Yes, I have made the avocado fries before, but never with the protein powder and the Scotch eggs. Total mystery to me, never made them before. You watch me make them for the first time ever, and I am not disappointed. I mean, they both look fantastic. You just saw the pictures, and the macros, well, they speak for themselves. Now it's time to taste. Well, I'm gonna start easy. I'm gonna go with one of my avocado fries. I wanna see if it tastes just as good as I remember it. It does. The inside is creamy, like a steak potato, like a steak French fry. A steak fry, that's what I was trying to say. Yes, you can taste the avocado. I love avocado, it's fine. The pork panko on the outside adds salt. But other than that, it just tastes like breading. So creamy. Super satisfying. Really, really good. Definitely a bar food. Yeah. Definitely a pub food. Oh yeah, I would go to war on that hill. That's for sure. Now it's time for the egg. Man, this looks so good. You saw the picture. Look at that. Look at that. And I have the mustard dipping sauce. I'm gonna try it first on its own. And this is the first time I've ever had a Scotch egg. The sausage explodes with flavor because it has the onion powder. It has the Parmesan cheese. The egg is fluffy, just right. Wow, that's delicious. It's really good. Perfect for breakfast too, I must say. You could definitely eat it on its own if you had to, but I'm gonna try it in the dipping sauce now. The mustard dipping sauce. Oh my goodness. Creamy. I'm glad I used the Dijon mustard. What a great taste. This is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous and virtually carb free. This is fantastic. Again, another dish I highly recommend. Your house may not be a pub, but hey, treat it like one. Have a few friends over. Make some Scotch eggs. That'd be a lot of fun. And that's it for this time around. I'll be here again in 2 weeks with another episode and another recipe. Until then, be well, eat good.